everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. We've got a matchup where time of possession will be a focus. The Niners are top 10 in rushing yards, going up against the Falcons' front seven that will need to be up to the test. So for the call of this week's 17 matchup, let's send it out to our broadcast team, Brandon Guyton and Charles Davis.
All right, Larry, from the heart of Silicon Valley, there's a look inside Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Atlanta Falcons and the San Francisco 49ers. Hi again, everyone. Brandon Gautin alongside Charles Davis. And, Charles, you take a look at these 49ers as they interplay here. They come in the midst of a season-crushing losing streak. It's up to 9 games now.
And I don't have a PhD in psychology, but you can see it in their body language. This is not a team that is organized and been ready to play.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Falcons, they're in a real groove of late. Winners of 5 of their last 6 games.
And they had it easy last week. They jumped out to an early lead and then put it on cruise control from there.
So the D-line's going to spread out. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. So a look here at the key inactives, and we got this list before the game down on the field. And they tell us the same thing every time, don't they? Next man up.
No excuses. Be ready to play. That's the mantra of every organization. The key is having guys on the roster who are capable of filling in and playing at a high level. That's when you know you've drafted well, scouted free agents well, and stocked your team just the way you're supposed to.
It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll force upon them a 3rd and 14.
Yes, indeed. That play there, that reminds me of some of the guys that I played with that have that suddenness, able to get into the backfield almost about the time the ball snapped and make a play. How about that tackle for a loss?
Yeah, absolutely. He did a lot of that last week when he was named the NFC Defensive Player of the Week. One of the guys on the team was saying, hey, yeah, we called him the disruptor, and that's carrying forward again.
Makes sense, doesn't it? There's an example of good situational football being played by a defense. They understood where the 3rd down play was, the down and distance, and made sure that they didn't get anywhere near that, bringing up 4th down.
Yeah, they were sniffing out that marker, didn't want to let him get close to there, and now a likely 3 and out to start.
Yeah, I love the way they rallied to the football and got to him and made sure he didn't give up much run after catch.
On 1st and 10, McDaniel. Completion left side to Miller. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Here we go.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. McDaniel. Throw left side complete. It's Miller. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs. On 1st down, McDaniel into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 26, and this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away. And that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening...
No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. And the Falcons grab it. Then he's going to get this on down to the 13-yard line.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over.
After reviewing the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
The defensive line disperses a little bit here, maybe expecting a pass. On second down, here's Roethlisberger. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down. And the offense looking to pick up the first down after the second down incompletion. Now Ben on third and long. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. It'll be a gain of 9, and it'll be fourth down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
Leckler now on as he'll punt this away. And a nice special teams job here. This is going to be down inside the 10 at the 7-yard line. Now the Falcons offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And as these guys enter playing Week 17, we know one thing. They are playoff bound, but they want to win that division title. They told us that is a goal that's been posted in their locker room since day one. They've got the chance to control their own destiny.
And there's nothing more powerful than saying that you won the division, because I know from building a team, when I talk with all the GMs and the player personnel directors, they always talk about to get to the playoffs in the NFL, you have to have a team that's constructed to win your division. Beat those teams first. That's your #1 path to getting there, and they can get that done in this game.
Time running out here on the play clock. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Miller. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up second down. 2nd and 5.
All right now, look at 56. Look at 56.
Operating from the gun. McDaniel. That's taken in by the rookie, Josh Malone. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. Throwing on first down. McDaniel. Throw left side complete. That's Malone. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. On 1st and 10, McDaniel. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Malone. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That one goes for 24 yards. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
And down he goes, taking it inside the 10 to the 7. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Back to throw. McDaniel. And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. Well, these guys have won 3 straight ball games and another good start to this one, out to the 6-0 lead.
And I've talked with so many different coaches, as have you, along the way, and they always talk about winning streaks and the mood of a team and how much easier it is to actually prepare during that time. Guys are sharp, guys are focused, everyone's feeling good, and we're seeing it early in this one.
That time a 6-play drive, and the Falcons score to cap it off. Now here's Bryant to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And And San Francisco gets set to go here.
I would say they went 3 and out last time, but actually they didn't even get to 3 and out. Still a strange decision to us here in the booth.
Yeah, let's hope they don't go 1 and out, but maybe, possibly, let's try and think with them here. Try and play field position maybe, turn the ball over, put it in the hands of their defense. Who knows?
You're a nice man.
It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. And our statistician, Ben Ramsauer, just held up 3 fingers to remind me he now has 3 tackles for a loss. We're only in the first quarter.
Well, Ben's got it detailed perfectly. He always gives us the right stats. I'd love to be on the offense's headset right now because what you're hearing is, can someone please block him? Come up with a scheme. Come up with something. Make sure you block him because he's disrupting everything. 4th and short, partner. I mean, this would be a really risky call. Here we are in the first quarter.
On your own side of the field.
Own side of the field. But, boy, what a tone setter that would be to go for it and get it, wouldn't it?
You're gritty today. I like it.
I'm feeling it.
Taken in at the 22. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. Even though they might not find the number 1 seed next to their name come playoff time, there's not going to be very many teams, if any, entering the playoffs on the kind of run they're on. They're hot.
And I love that word, hot, because every team in the league wants to go into the playoffs on that uptick. Because a lot of the time you serve notice to the rest of the league that, hey, we're the team you need to deal with. We're the team that's going to be a real problem for you. And if they can continue...
Touchdown, Falcons! A big play there. His 26th touchdown, drawing even with Marshall Faulk for the 4th most in a single season. And the Falcons are able to show off their quick strike ability. And now it's blocked. Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. He's at the 40, 20, 10, 5, and he takes it the distance across the goal line for 2 points. Now here's Bryant to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
Now we've got whistles and a timeout here. Yeah, it looks like we've got a 49er that's down on the field. And this is certainly not what you want to see in the final week of the year. We'll be back. On 1st and 10, it's Roethlisberger. Man open left side is Brown. And he is knocked down from the side at the 38-yard line. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 12.
They threw the screen to the perimeter, but to no benefit at all. Tackled behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of yardage.
Roethlisberger running the option left. They find some open field here. And a solid job using his legs. 16 yards and a 1st down on the keeper.
Well, partner, for a few years there, we thought this read option play was going to take over the whole NFL. It seemed like everyone was using it. But it has been scaled back considerably in the last few seasons, mainly because people are worried about their quarterbacks getting hit. But when you call it at the right time and you use it properly, you see the type of gains you can get. A nice chunk of yardage there by the quarterback.
And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down. They'll run with a backup. This is Williams. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
The Niners on third down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 9. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. It's brought in by Adam Humphries. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. Atlanta now coming out on the field. On first down, McDaniel. Throw left side complete. That's Miller. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Looking to throw. McDaniel looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Malone. A good pickup there, a 22. Well, a big play like that looks familiar, doesn't it? Like we saw a week ago, reigning NFC offensive. And 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. From the gun, McDaniel. And he's got Miller. A gain of 8 and a 1st down. A pretty sizable deficit here in the first quarter. This defense probably need to get off the field in those situations on 3rd down.
And you and I both know in this huddle before that last 3rd down play, that's exactly what they talked about. Let's make a play. Let's get off the field. Let's reverse the momentum. Instead, they got hit with another 1st down. Almost back to the drawing board.
Throw left side complete. It's Malone. And he gets it down deep into San Francisco territory. A big-time play there for the Falcons. 42 yards. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And his throw is incomplete. He was trying to get it to Josh Malone. And now it's 2nd down.
The way he's been slinging it in the first half, you expect everything he throws to go for a touchdown, but I guess he's got to wait to try and pick up that 3rd, isn't he?
Yeah, I thought he had him for a second, but you're right, not to be. An update from that game going on in the Meadowlands. The Jets out to the early lead. Tyrod Taylor, an early touchdown pass in that one. And a first carry here for John Crockett. And nowhere for him to go again. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's it. Back-to-back stops make it 3rd and 10. To throw on 3rd down. McDaniel looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Miller. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. And no field goal try here from the red zone offense out there. They'll go for it on 4th. And they've got a decision to make here on 4th down and 2. And no signs of the field goal unit. They're going for it on 4th down. Operating from the gun, McDaniel. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Able to get there and pick it.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams. And I don't know if he made it out of the end zone. No signal. Yes, it's a safety. And, Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. But you know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the defensive huddle, they actually call a set and then say at the end of it, get a safety. So it's preached, it's coached, it's thought about.
Throwing on 1st down. McDaniel. And incomplete on the deep ball.
definitely worth taking another deep shot here. He's already found the end zone twice here in the first half.
Yeah, go back to that same well. They've had trouble containing him, but able to contain him on that play. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Well, too much oomph. Too much mustard there on that pass.
He really turned it loose, didn't he? Really cut loose with that one. Sharp, strong. Didn't lead to a completion, though. Made it very difficult.
Throw left side complete. It's Miller. And a pretty little juke move there on a nice gain. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down. They're going to try and throw. And it is incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Niners take over in terrific field position. So just shy of midfield. They tried it. Didn't work out. What did you think?
I thought that they should have punted the ball away. Should have gotten rid of it and played defense with better field position. Look, I'm as aggressive as anyone. Want to go for it on offense.
Well, the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. DeForest Buckner in there to get him, and that is sack number 15 for him on the year.
Now, that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack. That's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd.
We just saw another example of how the defense is winning this game. Really at the point of attack, the offensive line's just getting pushed around. I think now as a play caller, you got to give them a little bit of help. Maybe keep your tight ends a little bit more.
Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. Hassan Reddick in there yet again. What else is new as he continues to rewrite the record book in single-season sacks. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they've got to get a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows the coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say maybe makes that offense feel good, but when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Malone. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. Back to throw. McDaniel. Throw left side complete. That's Malone. He got 29 yards that time. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
They'll run him now out of the gun. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brandon, as a defender, after a big running play against my group, I'm actually happy to see a draw play. Why? It takes a little bit longer to develop, and that gives me a chance to diagnose it and get to the play quickly.
And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. The Falcons on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Looking to throw. McDaniel firing quickly here, and that's complete. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue. Well, they've had a great, impressive drive going here, and that pickup ensures the drive continues.
And not only do you continue the drive, which is demoralizing for the guys on the defense side of the ball right now, but you make your own defense happy. They're able to get a little more rest over on the sidelines while this one continues downfield.
A gain of 6 there on 1st. To throw on 2nd down. McDaniel. And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. And when a Hail Mary is completed for a touchdown pass like that, I think any defensive coordinator just puts their face right into their hands.
I don't think there's any doubt about it, and I don't have stats in front of me. I don't have the empirical numbers that say that in recent years the Hail Mary pass has been completed more than it has been, but it feels that way, doesn't it? And I know the defenses are spending more time on it. I think the biggest mistake they make is that they play everything from behind the receiver. I think they've got to start getting people in front as well to try and knock the ball away.
And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. And San Francisco gets set to go here. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting. When you put together a formula for winning defense, it's exactly what we're seeing in this game. Controlling the line of scrimmage, attacking, and changing everything so that now they're playing in the offense's backfield. They're playing an excellent game.
And he spins through. Gets this to the 24 for a gain of 4.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
They go play action with Roethlisberger. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And this will be caught at the 30. It's a big play. Roethlisberger to Brown. 46 yards.
I think one of the underrated aspects of Ben Roethlisberger's game is his ability to actually throw the football. We hear so much about his movement and escaping the pocket. Ben can step back there and fling it, and Antonio Brown is usually there to catch it.
We've really seen their chemistry develop, haven't we?
Yes, we have, and it's been really, really fun to watch.
That one goes for 24 yards. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. On the quick handoff, it's Juszczyk. And, he is really laid out that time. Knocked flat on his back, right at the line of scrimmage.
Sometimes play calls boil down to philosophy. You know you're facing one of the top 10 units against the run in the NFL. So do you decide to keep smashing against them, or do you decide to throw the ball here?
Now Roethlisberger to throw. This will be caught at about the 5. And look out, a big hit to the shoulder pads took him right off his feet at the 1-yard line. 5 yards that time on the completion, and now it's 3rd and goal. On 3rd and goal, Roethlisberger. And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. A great effort there. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the 49ers make some inroads here on that deficit. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. On 1st and 10, McDaniel. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains. And now with that completion, he's north of 200 yards here in the first half.
And he's going to break our statistician, Marvin, isn't he? Because Marvin right now is just tallying it up. Hope his hand doesn't hurt too much doing this, or he keeps hitting the calculator. But my goodness, what a start he is off to. By the end of this game, he could have monster numbers. He just wants to continue to be accurate. Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. To throw again, McDaniel. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And he is out of bounds, just a yard or two shy of the 30. In just 2 minutes' time, don't forget, we'll get you to Orlando for our halftime report. To bring it to you, who else but Larry Ridley?
Now that man knows his football. Go get him, Larry.
And this is incomplete.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. And he comes back with one complete. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. On 3rd and 2, McDaniel. The catch made by Miller. And he will have the first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs. Back to throw. McDaniel. His throw caught at about the 5. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. That one good for 17 yards, and now they've got it first and goal. From the gun, McDaniel. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick-6 last week. Not a pick-6 here, but an interception.
Yeah, it's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept the pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he had made it all the way to the end zone.
And can you believe it? It's a second safety in this ball game. And this defense continues to dominate. How about 2 safeties in one game here?
You don't even put that on your goal sheet. This is something that results when you're playing really well on defense and the offense has nowhere to go with the football. Dominating performance.
Atlanta now coming out on the field. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take the knee, get on out for the half.
And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Looking to throw on second down. McDaniel. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Let's face it, perfection is something we all chase, whether it's playing this game or whatever we do. Hard to attain, but that's what they were searching for as that pass goes incomplete.
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Now the 49ers signal for a timeout defensively. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. On 4th down, here's Matt Bosher on to punt. Back deep, Antonio Brown. Brown with his stick skills. It's a 45-yard punt, just a 1-yard return. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. Back onto the field now comes the wideout Antonio Brown. He's been good so far to this point in the second quarter. Need to get him even more involved, maybe?
I would agree with that.
Depth pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout, as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. Now Roethlisberger to throw on second down. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. And a stoppage here, a timeout before this third down play takes place. As they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. From the gun on third down, it's Roethlisberger. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. Here's Shane Leckler now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. A final shot before break. McDaniel looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Malone. So we've come upon halftime here in week. So no update from Larry after 17 weeks. Folks are saying, let's get on with the show. So we'll oblige as we get you set for the second half kickoff. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So out come the Falcons now. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
Miller on the catch over the middle. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. The Falcons on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This time they face a 3rd and 2. And he fires one, but incomplete. Well, the numbers have been good in the passing game, and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, third quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, a little credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football a little bit more in this spot. They have to feel good about how they've been throwing it overall.
And he's brought down, but not before getting across midfield with a 45. 22 yards on the pickup there. Looking to throw. McDaniel. And that leads to an Atlanta first down. A gain of 6 there on first.
No, Jack, Patriot!
To throw on second down. McDaniel. He's got a man. That's caught. Left sideline. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
A gain of 3, second down.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Back to throw. McDaniel. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and they're going to have a third down. The Falcons on third down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. This is 3rd and 4. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Looking to throw. McDaniel. And this is caught for a touchdown. Now hold everything here. Flag in the backfield. This one might be coming back.
Holding offense.
So erase the red zone score. They'll have to dial that one up again.
And you know how difficult it is to strike in the red zone because things are a little bit more condensed. You got to go back to their play chart and see if they can dial up another one.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. His throw caught right around the 6. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Operating from the gun, McDaniel. And he rifles one incomplete.
Let's give this defense some credit now. They let the guys get downfield, but But when push came to shove, they stood their ground. Now they'll likely force a field goal attempt.
Looking to throw on second down. McDaniel, and he can't corral it. Maybe a big missed opportunity there defensively in the end zone. And now third down.
All right, Captain, it's batten down the hatches time defensively. Dodged 2 pass attempts to the end zone. Now what do you think they're going to try and dial up on third and goal?
Well, knowing them and knowing what we just seen, I think they're throwing it again, don't you?
I think you have to. I think in this situation, you kind of run out of your running plays, fire another one into the end zone.
Play clock winding down.
Delayed game, offense.
And that'll set them back 5.
Still third down.
They'll need to get the play off quickly.
Delayed game, offense.
And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5.
Still third down.
The offense on third down, they're at 50%, 4 for 8. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here. Back to throw. McDaniel. And that will be incomplete as well. How about the defensive stand here from 1st and goal, 3 straight incompletion?
Yeah, I think people are wondering why didn't they try and run it at least once in there. But once the first incompletion happened, it's almost like they were committed to throwing the ball from then on out.
Looking to throw. McDaniel. Throw left side complete. That's Malone. They get the completion but cannot push forward into the end zone. And it'll be a turnover on downs. Well, that's the 4th time that they've tried to go for it on 4th down. They've only converted once, Charles.
And obviously not a good percentage. And if you're going to go for it on 4th down, you think that you've got the right.
And for the 3rd time now, this is going to wind up a safety. Unbelievable. Well, it's rare to see 1 safety. It's even rare to see 3 safeties in a game, Charles.
Well, we'll be able to talk about this with our grandkids, great-grandkids, and anyone else that may come around the house when we get a little bit older on that rocking chair. We were there when we saw 3 safeties in 1 game.
Detroit! Detroit! Gun! All right, here we go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and it'll be 2nd and very short. From the gun, McDaniel. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Miller. And he's going to be out of bounds up around the 45-yard line. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. And on that last play there, he's over 400 yards passing now.
You know what that generally means?
Success.
That, and it means you really didn't miss opportunities. Usually very accurate. The ball's getting to the right place. Guys are making yardage after the catch to help you out that way. I mean, the whole team has picked it up. And don't forget, that means the offensive line has had to pass protect pretty well, too.
Everyone dialed in. Back to the air on 2nd down. McDaniel hits his target. It's Taylor Gabriel. And he's brought down. They give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains. So the offense has it 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
It's real easy to say this running game needs to be better, but the reality is they've been given little time to actually find a place to run the football. It's almost like the defense is there on the handoff.
Wide open receiver complete. And he's going to be taken down, but not before reaching the 15-yard line. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
All right, now look at 56. Look at 56.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
To throw on 2nd down. McDaniel. And that'll be incomplete. He was trying to hit Taylor Gabriel that time. 3rd down here.
Well, they're slinging it. And then there's one you got to put a timer on, huh? I mean, that one came in hot.
That came in hot, but overthrown out of his reach and incomplete. And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. And let's count them up now. 1, 2, 3, 4 touchdown receptions for him in this game.
And just one shy of the NFL record. What a great performance. Going up and catching the football, creating space, and finding the end zone. That's what it's all about.
Now here's Bryant to kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. Oh, look at that.
Oh, look at him turn.
The 49ers offense making its way back out there. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. Again on 2nd and 10, it's Roethlisberger. And Brate, the tight end's got it. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
Here's Roethlisberger to throw. Got a man. It's Brown. It goes as a gain of 6, and it's a 1st down.
Did you see that route the way that I did? I thought he was trying to get deep.
Yeah, that
first.
wasn't the first option.
No, it came off of that guy, the deep guy, and came underneath on the drag. Completed it very well.
Now a 1st down carry. It's Williams. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
But if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
On 2nd down, Roethlisberger. Over the middle here to Brown. The 20, 10, touchdown, 49ers. Antonio Brown with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the 49ers get a score closer. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions, and I'd hear 9 from the receivers. That meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
That'll be taken in the end zone.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
23 yards on the play. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. Operating from the gun, McDaniel. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he let him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
Throwing again, McDaniel. Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
Here we go now.
On 1st down, McDaniel. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
Sometimes the coverage is so good, no matter what you're doing on offense, you just can't shake anyone free. They try their best to find someone open, but they took away every passing alley, every angle, and shut the play down.
And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And he's brought down. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down, executed it to perfection. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15, just shy of the 10. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead. And that's going to leave him with just one timeout remaining still in the 3rd quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt him. We'll be back. Back to throw. McDaniel. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Avery Moss in there to sack him, and that is 10 for him now on the year. Looking to throw on 2nd down. McDaniel. This will be caught inside the 10. A good pickup there. 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. On 3rd down, McDaniel. And probably the wise decision there. No one open. He just throws it away. And that keeps the field goal on the table as it's 4th down. Now, they've got to be a little frustrated here to not complete that on 3rd down after having such a long drive going.
Yeah, you're talking about going over 70 yards on the drive. Yeah, did you say a little frustrated?
Very frustrated.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. I'm very frustrated. There's no doubt about it. They thought they were going to have a chance to cash in the end zone. Now it looks like it's likely a field goal attempt.
Looking left side, he's got it. Complete. Dan Quinn's guys unable to come through there on 4th down. And the 49ers are going to get the football back. So they'll trudge off the field with a bitter taste in their mouths after that failed 4th down conversion.
Yeah, there'll be a lot of analysis there on the sidelines. Was it the right call? Was it against the right defense? Should they have even gone for it at all? Will that change what they do going forward in this game? A lot of questions to be answered by them. The defense doesn't really care. They're like, bring it on again. We'll stop you the next time, too.
Give them 12 yards on that one. It earns them a fresh set of downs.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
And attempted a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't. Blitz coming, and down he goes. DeForest Buckner in there to drop him, and he continues to wreak havoc in offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
It's 49er football, but some ground to cover. They find themselves. Here's Shane Leckler now as he's on to punt for San Francisco. Look at the dance and the juke. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield across the 45. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. The Falcons are set up well to begin their drive as it'll begin in enemy territory already. Throwing on first down. McDaniel toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. And a nice gain of 21 yards. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people pointed out to me, it's a video game, man. Go ahead and put the numbers up. Sportsmanship, not an issue.
Exercise those fingers. To throw on second down, McDaniel. And he'll take it into the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
Now here's Bryant to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense, they're coming back out onto the field, and we're going to give you a look at the playoff picture now into the weekend in the NFC. And it's all come down to this, hasn't it? Final week of the regular season. If this year's playoffs play out anything like the regular season has gone, could be in for a wild and fun month of January.
And we can break the rules because we can look ahead. All right, there's not a coach out there that's ever said to their team, all right, let's look three weeks down the road. It's always right here, right now. Forget that. Think about what the playoffs are going to look like. The teams that we see that are already in, the teams that are trying to get in, we could have some great matchups.
From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And down he'll go at the 25. Give him 2 yards on that play, and that's going to make it 3rd down and 10. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle him after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
And Brate has it over the middle. They get 14 yards there and a 1st down. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height. Sit back in the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher defensively, doesn't it?
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial spot when he gets his drop back completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there. If he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes a play a little bit quicker than it normally does for a quarterback that has to slide and find open space to throw. Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Hassan Reddick able to disrupt yet another pass play. His 3rd sack of the afternoon. And that sack certainly just strengthening his candidacy for Defensive Player of the Year. You think he's got that one in the bag yet?
I'm not willing to vote quite yet just because I won't wait until the season's over, but he is really tracking towards it. Just look at all the great plays we've seen from him throughout the season. Strength plays that you referenced there, as well as agility plays. They just have not found a way to block him consistently. And that was a good collision right there. And I know this as a former defender. If you're playing linebacker, you're going through a checklist on every play on who you think's going to get the ball, where you think the ball's going to go. Rarely do you expect the fullback position to get it. And on that play he did. So you've got to steel yourself at that point because the contact is going to be strong.
9 yards on the pickup, and it'll be 1st down 49ers. They go play action here on 1st down. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Throwing now, Roethlisberger on first down. And it's caught over the middle. Wilson. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. And yes, they want the points, so they will decline the penalty. No question there.
You don't think they spent a couple seconds mulling over what the penalty would do for them?
I don't even know why they asked the sideline.
Not at all. When you put the ball in the end zone on a takeaway, take the points and keep moving.
Now whistles here, and I think one of the big boys for the 49ers might have jumped.
Offense.
Well, that changes things, obviously. They can elect to bring the kicking team out now and try it from the 20 if they want.
And I wouldn't be surprised at all if they did exactly that. Going for 2 from the 7 versus kicking it from the 20, I like my odds better with my kicker.
And they'll still try and run for it. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. And he is not going to get in here. So the decision to go for 2 does not pay off as they're unable to cut any further into their deficit. And a good job here by the Falcons. Their hands team able to recover it. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of an anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Looking to throw on 2nd down. McDaniel. Throw left side complete. That's Malone. A really good pickup of 28 yards. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era, and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
On 1st and 10, McDaniel looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Malone. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. From the gun, McDaniel. The quick slant caught. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Nice job defensively to hold him to 4, and now it's 2nd and goal. To throw on 2nd down, McDaniel, and he whips that one incomplete there.
Brandon, some of those windows to throw the football that exist when you're between the 20s, they don't exist when you're this close to the goal line. But as a former DB, I liked it closer to the goal line. Tighter windows made it easier to cover people, actually.
Prior to this 3rd and 2 play, we're going to get a timeout call. So that will leave them with no timeouts left. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how that affects things here in this 4th quarter. The play clock's running down. And they're going to take it all the way down and just take the delay.
Delay of game, offense.
That's going to set him back 5 yards.
Still third down.
And this offense on third down today, they've converted 5 times in their many chances thus far. This is 3rd and goal. Operating from the gun, McDaniel. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. Eric Armstead in there to drop him, and he continues to wreak havoc in offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year. And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. And that, boys and girls, is an NFL record 6th touchdown reception. The record has stood since 1950. What a game.
How about that? Because so many things have to go right in order for it to happen. Not just him catching the passes. Someone delivering it accurately. Offensive line giving him time to throw the ball. A true team record. But he stands above it because he was on the receiving end of so many great plays.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The 49ers offense now, they work their way back onto the field. And some changes here as the D-line separates some.
Here we go.
They'll throw on first down with Roethlisberger. And they get to it with the pressure as Roethlisberger goes down.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
On second down, here's Roethlisberger. Throw left side complete. It's Brown. And they're able to get this one across the 35. The play goes for 19 yards, gives him a new set of downs. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
He'll be dropped shy of the 40 despite an excellent display of footwork. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and it'll be a second down. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
On third down, Roethlisberger. He gets it to Brown, complete. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On first down, it's Roethlisberger. That's complete, middle of the field to Humphries. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's second down. Ben to throw again. And he is going to feel that one. Knocked down hard. Call it a 3-yard gain. And all of a sudden here, it's third down. From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. And that is incomplete.
I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this third down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they were unsuccessful.
And the 11-year veteran bangs it through. And they get a little bit closer here as the lead's down to 3 touchdowns. Well, in the grand scheme of things, it's likely not going to matter much, but at least they get themselves 3 points closer to respectability.
And I don't know that they're going to feel a whole lot better about things because they've clearly been outplayed all game long. But, hey, no reason not to take the points when the opportunity presents itself.
And a good job here by the Falcons, their hands team, able to recover it. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Malone. That one goes for 24 yards. Looks like he'll throw here. And this one's incomplete.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
Second down now after the incompletion. To throw again, McDaniel. Completion left side to Miller. That catch good for 5. It's third down. And the offense moving quickly to the line. From the gun on third down, McDaniel. And that is, I think he caught it. He did, but they'll say out of bounds. It'll be incomplete.
But that was certainly an aggressive call and an aggressive play. Instead of just going for the first down, took the shot in the end zone, went for the touchdown.
And on third down.
After reviewing the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
So they're going to go for 2. They'll try the draw. And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. Oh, boy, rubbing a little salt in the wound there, going for 2 up this big.
You know, there's one time when I played, Brandon, and played against a team that was just absolutely pile driving us. And they ended up going for 2 late in the game. And I asked one of the guys, why'd you do that? He said, because we wanted to win by more. That feels like that type of situation.
Wow. Well, it could also result in a melee later, though. And San Francisco gets set to go here. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, Coach, what do you want to call? He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue.
And got his man complete. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field.
And then the third pass, offense.
Now that's one they hate. The ball's got to come all the way back.
So that's an explosive play, a really explosive play that gets wiped out, and they have to start over after the penalty.
Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the fourth. Now it's Roethlisberger. And that one drops to the ground. Incomplete. Clock stops here just inside of 20 seconds. 19 left. Here's Shane Leckler now as he's on to punt for San Francisco. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. And they'll get to this and down it inside the 25 at the 24-yard line. A fourth-quarter score from the Meadowlands. And it was the Jets that came away victorious there. Tyrod Taylor, a touchdown pass to help lead the way. On on first down. McDaniel. And that is incomplete. 7 seconds remaining. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. McDaniel. Throw left side complete. That's Malone. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They get the ball and things are working and clicking.